Morning, everyone. It is currently, what day is it today?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, and we're in Denmark. So, yesterday, on yesterday's video, I told you a little bit about some of the battle wounds that the van has from the outside. But I realised I haven't actually told you about the van itself, so I thought it would be a good opportunity while we're just driving along to actually share some of the story of how we came about our lovely trusty van. COVID times, Harriet and I had never really been camping properly or done anything like that, but in the lockdown we started having a bit of a hankering for adventure and going away and having a bit of an escape, really. I think as soon as we were allowed, it was the first journey that we actually made once lockdown restrictions had lifted. We drove all the way down to the south coast and looked at a bus. Grand plans to convert an old coach into a real mobile home. We would have done it, but depending when you pass your driving test, you can drive up to a 3.5-ton vehicle. But if you want to drive anything bigger than that, you need a separate license. Now, good luck when everyone was still kind of in and out of work with a massive backlog, actually getting the new driving license in 2020. So we sensibly, as it turned out, decided instead to get the biggest van that we were allowed to buy, or I was allowed to drive, which turned out to be this. So this is a 3.5-ton, long wheelbase, extra tall, I'm 6'2", extra tall VW Crafter. And it wasn't a camper van, and it's not really a camper van. Instead, it was a delivery van. And the guy we bought it from had had it since it had maybe done, 150, 160,000 miles, delivering parcels and stuff around London. And it had retired, and he bought it to convert into a camper, which he was half of the way through. So he'd done most of the difficult stuff, really. The water tank, the building the sort of the bed and the seating and all of that kind of stuff, putting the kitchen in, done all of the wiring. But it wasn't really to our taste. It was just this weird orange colour. It had potential, and it was available, and it was a good price. So in fairly short order, we got it back up to the Wirral. We then sort of refurbished it a bit and upgraded it and finished the things that he hadn't finished himself. So by September of that year, we were able to start on our journey around the UK. It's now done 186,593 miles. Since we've got it, it's had a new clutch, it's had various new tyres, it's had new brakes, I think. It's rustic, it's simple, it's old, but it's sturdy and it's trusty and it's reliable. We're very lucky to have to have found such a good van, and yeah, that's part of the reason we felt confident enough to actually drive all of this way up to the Arctic Circle. Copenhagen, and we've stopped on our way through to Helsingborg, and it's beautiful. We've gone by the Little Mermaid statue, and we're now somewhere. I don't really know where it is. We'll find out. And there's a really old church. And what are you gonna get in Denmark other than a Danish pastry? So we're gonna go and try and find the best pastry that we can, and maybe we'll give that a score out of 10 as well. Many bikes. So many bikes. Go to this family. Oh, and they've got some little seats out here. Here you go, House. Oh wow, selection. Oh gosh. Selection for the lady.
Plates as well. It's fancy.
Okay, Haz, so these were the recommendations from the nice cakery lady inside.
Nice.
These are our best sellers. So chocolate and hazelnut.
Okay.
Can't remember. Salted caramel.
This one.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's salted caramel.
And white chocolate.
Yeah, probably. And I think this one is probably just
classic eclair.
classic eclair. Thought you can't come to Copenhagen without getting some pastry. Some not Danish pastry, I guess. Well, I guess it is Danish pastry, but not Danish pastry. Just Danish pastry. Here we go.
French.
Guess so. So, what do we think? Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's go small filled.
Steady on. Is that absolutely okay?
It's more vanilla-y than I was expecting it to be.
Oh, okay.
I think you'll be shocked. You know the ones at home, they're a bit more like just your generic fresh cream. That's more like a vanilla crab pat, I guess.
Yeah, very vanilla. Can't eat too many of them.
I don't quite know how we're going to eat 3, darling, to be honest.
No. I'm going to try this. So it's nice and chocolatey. No.
It is salted caramel. In fact, the inside of this tastes like Angel Delight. Don't tell them that, but that's, I like Angel
That's the
Delight.
vibe you're getting.
That's right.
Overall, what are you giving it?
I prefer this one actually.
Give me a score.
That's kind of not what I was expecting. So give that like a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I think this is like a 7 out of 10 because I didn't know what to expect. So
That's like a 6.2. Overall,
how is it?
it's fine.
How is it?
I just know. I know my eclairs. Oresund Bridge connecting Copenhagen and Malmö. It's pretty cool. So you start with a tunnel for the first section, and then they created this artificial island in the middle, and then you come onto the bridge that we're on here. and I believe it's the second longest bridge or crossing in Europe. I think the Vasco da Gama Bridge in Portugal is a little bit longer, but it's quite amazing when you're actually on it, and it's beautiful looking over it to us as well, at least in my opinion. So it's a really busy crossing the Sound here, the Oresund Strait. So it's incredibly impressive, and I think it's as busy as you might expect a crossing between Denmark and Sweden to be. Good evening, everyone. So didn't quite do everything that we wanted to do today. I didn't play golf at Helsingborg, but we did spend quite a bit longer in Copenhagen than we planned. We planned really to just drive straight through, but it was such a nice day, we thought, well, we may as well stop and spend a bit of time there and explore us a little bit. So we did. So hopefully you enjoyed some of the footage that we've put in today's video. And we are now in you can park at a harbour. So it seems like in Sweden, most of these harbours, because it's the case here, Helsingborg, and quite a few of the others, you can pay sort of 30 quid, and you get electricity hookup, you get the showers, you get water, you get all of the things you get from a campsite. So there are a few of us here, and we are down right by the water. You obviously can't see it, but you will in the morning, and it's a beautiful spot. And if we look across the bay, you can just see some lights in the far distance behind me. Yeah, you can actually see this. So that's Denmark, and we're obviously across the water now in Sweden. So we've not driven as far today, but we've had a more relaxing, more enjoyable day exploring a bit, and I'm planning on playing the golf course at Helsingborg in the morning. It looked really cool. I went down and tried to get some drone footage of it this evening. It was a bit cloudy, but I think it will still look good. It looks like a really cool place. Links adjacent would be how I'd describe it. Not a real links, but kind of right next to the beach, sandy ground all around. So a bit of a shame. I was driving up to it thinking this could be really, really cool, but we'll see. It looks quite a cool place nevertheless. So that's it. So concludes day 3. I'm off to bed. See you in the morning.